right, Ian, what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th grade.
Okay. What level of autism would you say you're at? One being you don't need a lot of assistance at all. Two, maybe you need a little bit more help, a little bit more assistance. You struggle a bit. Three, being pretty extreme, like you absolutely need help with everyday life. Where would you say you're at?
Maybe 2 or 2.5.
Okay. Excellent. So you're on an individual education program, an IEP, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What grade? Oh, sorry. I already asked you what grade you're in. That's my bad. Tell us about your favorite subject.
Like last school year or this school year?
It could be either.
I liked last school year better. As a matter of fact, I have 2 out classes that I absolutely loved. I loved wildlife biology and welding.
Ooh, welding sounds fun.
Yeah.
Well, actually, both sound fun. That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us about your least favorite subject?
I don't really know. It depends. I don't have any subjects I hate, but if you're talking about like the most neutral one, I would have to say, dang, I don't know.
Maybe math?
I don't mind math. I don't really mind any subject, really.
Well, that's really nice. Good for you. That's a good place to be as a student. There's some classes I dreaded going to. I hated
Really?
math. Yeah, I hated it. Now I appreciate math. I'm not very good at it. Okay. Tell me how students treat you.
Well, students they treat me just fine. They seem like great buddies.
Okay. What subjects do you guys talk about?
Well, I like talking about my subjects and I talk a little bit about their subjects. Like, when it comes to my subjects, I like talking to them about, like, nature and cars and trains and stuff I did over the summer.
Okay. Let's talk about how autism impacts your learning, both pros and cons.
Alright. I'd say the pro of having autism when it comes to education is how that I can remember better than the average person. Like, I still remember to the fact in wildlife biology that golden eagles have a grip talent force of like well over 700 psi. It's pretty cool how they do that. I still remember that to this day.
Okay. Any cons that you want to talk about?
Let's see, what would be the downside of having autism education? Well, when you're stimming, you're not going to let the lesson at the same time. Then you won't remember. So it's kind of a half and half thing.
What are you thinking about when you're stimming in class that distracts you?
Well, I think about subjects I love. I either think about nature landscapes, cars, and anything I love.
So some daydreaming?
Yeah, daydreaming for sure.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. So you talked about stimming and stimming in class. So you do stim at school?
Yes.
Okay. Are people nice about it, or do they give you weird looks, or they just don't care?
They don't care. They're fine.
That's good. Okay. And does anyone treat you differently because you're on the autism spectrum? Like good, bad, indifferent?
I'd say they treat me just fine. They don't treat me in a certain way. They treat me just fine. Just like a normal person.
Awesome. Well, and that's another thing, define normal, right? People are all over the place. I get what you're saying, though. There's neurotypical people and then neurodivergent. Let's talk about, let's see, school compared to home. Do you feel more comfortable at home or at school?
Like learning-wise or in general?
Just in general.
I'm fine either way. I go to school because I learn, and I stay at home because I want to either read or practice my drum set or hang out with my family. At school, I love hanging out with my friends. I love learning certain things, like culinary one. I have culinary one.
Okay. Well, speaking of food, what is your favorite food at school and least favorite?
Good question. I'd say my best favorite is the sweet pork burrito. That is really good.
Okay, least favorite at school.
I'm not really. I wouldn't say I hate, dislike it or anything, but I never tried the barbecue rib sandwich. Never tried it in many years.
Just doesn't appeal to you?
Maybe not.
Okay. Anything you can't stand, like food-wise at school? Like smushy peas or anything like that?
I like peas, but let's see. I don't like tomatoes. I hate to break it to you, but I hate tomatoes.
Okay. Well, at least you're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell us about your school experience and being on the spectrum?
My school experience as an autistic kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got friends who are autistic too. You know, some friends are, I got some friends who agree with me on the same subjects. Friends I love to hang out with a lot. I got some good friends that are actually from school. Some I actually met from since middle school.
Awesome. Cool, Ian. Thank you for doing the little interview.
Yeah.